So tell me why Ron Paul?
I think Ron Paul is one of the only candidates that's actually there for the people. He's not in there for other corporations, big government, anything else. He's a true candidate who sticks with the Constitution and with the people.
Are you a libertarian?
Sort of. I'm more of a classical liberal, but a libertarian. You can consider me that. I kind of lean a lot of different directions, mainly conservatively with fiscal issues.
Were there particular issues that stood out to you, and you just said, "Okay, yeah, I like what he's saying on that"?
A lot of it kind of started back reading his books. I think he's a really true economist. I'm a firm believer in the Austrian theory of economics, and I think that's the most important issue today is our entire economy, how we're going to go about fixing that, and how we're going to obey the Constitution.
And were you a supporter of his in 2008? Were you involved back then?
I was in 2008, and even a couple of years prior to that when I actually heard of him and started reading more about him around 06, 07.
Why not someone like Rick Santorum?
Rick Santorum, I think, is just kind of in it for the wrong reasons. I think he's got a lot of special interests that I'm not too happy with or fond of. I just think some of his issues I'm just not really I'm too concerned with, or the rest of the country is really concerned with.
Tell me about some of the other issues that are key to you, and as far as Ron Paul's standing on those, or how you two see eye to eye.
It comes down to just individual liberty for me. I'm not too concerned about his foreign policy, even though I do agree with Ron Paul's foreign policy much more than everyone else. I don't believe in full non-intervention, but I agree with meddling in other people's affairs. Kind of starts the whole thing in the first place, and it ends up being a vicious cycle. But more so, it's individual liberty, getting a lot of taxation and government out of everyone's way so they can just create a living for themselves and their families.
Did you have to take time off work to be here today?
I was actually fortunate enough to already have the day off and some vacation, so I only heard about this yesterday, so I made sure I came right now.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people who were just hearing about it last minute.
Yeah, it was last minute.
Great. Anything else you want to add about Ron Paul or about why you're here?
No, just the caucus is on March 3rd, and I hope everyone shows up and votes.
Great. Okay, thank you very much.
Very welcome.